I've got a list of different dungeon settings, room sizes, room shapes, room contents, and we're going to go through and bit by bit build a dungeon that people could actually run if they wanted to.
And I shall be the artistic talent behind the construction. Feed me your words, and I will weave it into a dungeon worthy of uh, DMing.
We're going to start with the setting. So I'm going to roll a d8 here, and 2, a jungle dungeon. Okay,
A dungeon, if you will.
dungeon. I like jungle dungeons. It's kind of like Jumanji and Indiana Jones.
Now I just need to work out how on earth I'm gonna portray them.
Anyway, let's see. Our first room will be the entrance. So, since we have people in chat now, we've got 5 options here. We have a cave, a teleportation circle, the bottom of a well, behind secret basement stairs, or behind a waterfall. Um, so yeah, let's get some votes in chat. See what people like. Okay.
A
So
waterfall would make more sense in like a jungle.
Arthur's Giant likes the well, and Swizzle likes either the waterfall or the well.
I'm spending way too much time making sure this bucket is well placed.
Okay, so the next thing we need to decide about this room is what it's for. Is there going to be 1 monster in here, 2 a trap in here, 3 a puzzle, 4 an NPC interaction, 5 a lore piece, 6 loot, or 7 the boss room? I don't think the first room you come in should be the boss room.
Just stick a shark in the
Just
well. You just fall in straight into the shark's mouth.
Arthas the
Save this
Giant
actually.
thinks lore. Oh, yeah, I mean, fits. You don't want to like throw your players right in. You want a little bit of a lore dump.
Wall carving.
That's
Yes,
yeah,
the hardest possible thing for me to represent in this art form.
mysterious statue. I mean, we could have just like Nordic wall statue.
A wall statue.
Actually, we're a jungle. That's not very Nordic.
The Nords, well known for their jungle
Jungle.
explorations.
I mean, you just made up a campaign right there. Bunch of Vikings in like Incan ruins. That's gold. I did have a campaign ready for next year, but no, I'm scrapping it all for Vikings in South America.
That feels like uh it would make a good like TV show.
Well, we do need to decide what kind of door for each of them. So, shall we go clockwise round it, starting at 12? So, the type of doors that I have are numbered 1 to 8. We have a wooden door, a metal door, a portcullis, a portal, a secret door, a mimic, a trapped door, and a revolving door. Gonna really make you work if revolving door.
I feel like each of them should like represent something a little different.
Maybe, maybe.
What's like something that there's four of?
How do you feel about secret door? Secret door? Secret tunnel.
Oh,
Secret
good lord, no.
tunnel.
Not again. How would I represent a secret door?
Is there like a transparency tool? We can make it like a wall that's slightly transparent. Or we could just put a wall in front of it and then it's.
Actually, that wall is already slightly different, so kind of works.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I've come to lend my assistance, as I said I would.
We have a new guest.
Introduce yourself to the 3 people in chat.
Hello, I'm Stefan. I'm potentially going to be doing more with this. I don't know, I'm finishing my course soon, so I might actually have some availability. No,
So,
just here to chat.
I don't
lend
think
us
finishing
your
the course
input.
will impede too much tonight.
So,
Uh,
what situation are we dealing with?
so far we have a jungle dungeon with an
dungeon.
octagonal room. A dungeon, sorry, yes. Enter the dungeon. That you get into via a well. We've decided that it's a lore dump. You start with these 4 statues. They'll have something to do with the dungeon as a whole. We've got 4 exits, 1 with a secret door, and then we're just deciding on the other 3. So we can have a wooden door, a metal door, a portcullis, a portal, a revolving door, a trap door, a secret door, or a mimic.
I mean, I feel one of the entities should probably lead to a mimic, personally, but that may just be me.
I mean, there's going to be lots of doors. Oh, someone agrees, mimic, yeah. Final one. I'll roll a d8 again. Let's save some time. 6 is a mimic. Okay, so 2 mimics, a hidden door,
And a portcullis.
and a portcullis. Okay.
Get rid of
Oh,
people's
that's funny.
trust in the dungeon as quickly as possible, and they'll go through the rest of the dungeon suspicious of every door.
Mm-hmm.
These are the only mimics in the dungeon.
I mean, you just got to have your players like on edge and like thinking on their feet.
The true test is to make these like the first mimics you have,
Mm-hmm.
or have it have been literal months since you last did a mimic. Key to making mimics work is just not doing them frequently, because if everything's a mimic, it's never surprising.
Put a
Mm-hmm.
mimic in every dungeon until like the final dungeon, and then there's no more. But everything's like really obviously mimic trap.
Put a mimic in every dungeon, but they are never the same thing. Like, once one mimic has been a chest, no other mimic will ever be a chest.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I've read at some point somebody like opened up a chest. Like the chest wasn't a mimic, but the gold coins were.
Nice.
And I love the idea
Oh.
of just like little gold coins that bite stuff like baby mimics. So they breed?
I mean, it's perfect because then like they wouldn't be sticky at first because they're still babies, and then they go spend them. You go spend the baby mimics, and they spread around. It's like seeds. You spend them in shops, and they learn things like chests and weapons.
That makes so much sense. I mean,
I think there is
probably
deep
it doesn't,
mimic
but
lore
also
being written here.
We've never had any alternatives, so
Well, it's how they work in my games from now on. The room contents: monster trap, puzzle, NPC interaction, lore piece, loot, or boss. Swizzle's already said trap.
I feel like the mimic one should be trapped. Then again, mimics are already traps.
Oh no,
The mimics.
Arthur says trap as well. I think it has to be a trap, guys.
Yeah, no, with the mimics, the door is the trap. This one, the room on the other side of the door is the trap.
Ah.
We're being real dicks about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you found the secret door, and inside is a large octagonal room. And the type of trap will be a pit trap, a dart trap, a fire trap, a spell effect, an acid trap, a crushing trap, swinging blade trap, a rolling boulder, drowning, or teleportation.
I feel like some of those won't work quite as well purely because the size of the room. Like, I feel like dart traps and like swinging blades might be a wee bit limited in how much of the room they can hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, for things like pit traps, we could have some incentive across the other side of the room.
yeah.
Something that looks like you need to get to it, and then there's hidden pit traps.
There's
Darts and pits are very jungly, yes.
There could be like a path that you need to go through.
yeah, like there is a
Mhm.
specific route across.
I mean, if even one member of your party can fly, it's screwed, but
Yeah, but
not
that
necessarily.
it's just really simple to use. Oh, where did that sound come from? Did other people hear that sound? Or am I going insane?
I can neither confirm nor deny that you're going insane.
I mean,
I didn't hear the sound.
it might have picked up on stream actually, because it was probably coming from.
Oh, I hear sound now. It sounds like static or rain.
That is my microphone. It is. I have the option between it picking up my words and also picking up my laptop's fan, or it cutting out half of what I say.
Hey, Swizzle, thank you for the follow. I'm
Okay,
so
so I
glad we got
think
the notifications up now. Yeah. We're still fairly new to the Twitch thing, but we're getting there.
wait, we getting. Oh, was that? That was probably what the bleep. Okay, there's no shelves, but there is shelf.
Oh, just shelf is good. There are multiple shelf, so
Shelf can be exchanged.
We're
for goods and
legally not
services.
allowed to call them shelves, so it's a multitude of shelf.
Shelf is copyrighted.
yeah, all those copyrights on shelf.
Yeah, I think this is the sort of
They're
stuff
so
that
shellfish.
I could go back and tweak, but for the time being, I'm just gonna put that there.
Oh, the
Some
physical
potions.
despair.
Do we want it like surrounding the crystal?
Nah, we want them dotted around the room so people don't know where to stand.
If we had like an enemy encounter in here. It's like during combat, they're more likely to
Mm-hmm.
bump into one of them.
I mean, they don't have to be real combatants. They could be like illusions that make players wary.
Yeah, and then they won't set off the traps themselves.
Mm-hmm. Reverse gravity punchy bits. That's evil. This is... Are we trying to be evil?
We have 2 mimic doors in the first room.
I mean, that was chat. Half of that. The rest was just I rolled the dice.
Well, no, one of them was a dice roll, the other one was me. So, since I'm now involved, I think yes, we're trying to be evil.
So Kitchen says big rooms are almost always more interesting.
So,
We can go big.
yeah, we'll go big room to 6 o'clock.
And then we can go home.
No,
No,
you
never.
don't get to go home if you go big.
What?
You go big or go home. Yeah,
I don't get both?
it's a binary choice.
Oh,
No,
I can't believe I have to go big and I'm imprisoned. You know, as soon as you go big, you have to sell
but you
your
could
house.
have your cake. You could have your cake though, but you can't eat it.
Isn't it have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it.
I thought you could
Okay,
eat
say
it.
you have a cake. Okay, you have your cake, right? And you eat it. Now you don't have it anymore.
I'm pretty sure it,
Hugo Punk comes in with the very accurate binaries are bullshit.
Wow.
you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Offending a
You cannot
whole
simultaneously
race of
retain your cake and
robotics.
eat it. Once the cake is eaten, it is gone.
Yeah.
But I want a cake and eating it. What if you only eat some of the cake though?
Then you don't have a cake. You have some cake.
What if you make another cake?
What about cupcakes?
I mean, we're deep into moral philosophy here. So...
Yeah. Yeah, we should get back to the dungeon. What shape are we making this in?
Yes, are we making irregular, octagonal, hexagonal, circle, rectangle, or square?
Can have a little cake as a treat.
As a treat. But can I has cheeseburger?
Cat cannot have cheeseburger.
Oh. It's an old meme. Might be the original meme.
Why is the icon for a cake the Kraken?
The cake crack. I don't know. Everything is cake.
Yeah, everything is cake, so makes sense.
I just like the idea of a lion just chilling in a dungeon running a shop.
Well, it is
Well,
king of the jungle. But we are getting some calls for the Riddler. So
oh, Mad Riddler. Okay. Yeah, because
not a Kraken.
That's it.
it is a small
Is that
square, circle,
Okay, hang on. I was just paying attention.
rectangle.
Is that a sheep in the room with him?
That's his pet.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure I understood it.
It could be a riddle about sheep.
Could be the last person who got
I
a riddle
could-
wrong. You never know.
Maybe that could be a riddle that I could actually write because I like sheep.
Do androids dream of electric sheep? Fancy players. What the hell's an android? Don't know. Maybe it's like a warforge.
Spider.
Yeah, we've had a call from Monster, which I think is a bit more reasonable for this early in the dungeon in this smaller room.
I mean, you could have it as be the boss, but they teleport away, or because I'm sure there are games where
I apologize
like
to anybody who eats spiders. I tried to press something different, but I just pressed a scarier spider.
okay, well if it's going to be a monster, I have the monster type list. There are 14 different types of monster. I will go through them now. So everyone pay attention. They can be an aberration, a beast, a celestial, a construct, a dragon, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, a giant, a humanoid, a monstrosity, an ooze, a plant, or undead.
What's the difference between a human and a monstrosity?
I
have a call for
identify as an
giant.
aberration.
Giant.
You're biased, Arthas the Giant.
And then we have a call for plant, which I personally feel in a tiny room is slightly more doable. And slightly less
I don't know,
cruel
we
to
have
said giant.
and a monstrosity. We have to treat all of these suggestions equally, even the stupid one.
It is
I'm
a
not going to say
jungle,
which
so
one the stupid one
plants
is.
would be at least somewhat relevant.
An upside down giant who is stuck.
How would the
Okay,
giant
so
get
we've
down
got
the well?
3 options. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he dug a hole. And you were wondering what those weird trees that looked like feet were outside, but you didn't investigate.
No, the DM
I'm gonna
draws very distinct attention to it, but nobody in the party really addresses it.
Okay, so 1 and 2 is giant, 3 and 4 is plant, and 5 and 6 is monstrosity. Is plant for free?
A little pile of mushrooms looks cool, but I also love the idea of just a single mushroom.
He's
Single
Mike.
toad soup.
Mike.
Excellent.
I love the terrible font.
It's not Comic Sans. Right, hang on. No, my shape knowledge is telling me what's a heptagon.
It's 7-sided.
That wasn't an option, Ego Punk.
Deadly serious.
I guess are both of these just hidden doors that we're going with? Hidden
Yeah.
behind the bookshelves.
Well, even if they're not secret doors, they are both hidden behind bookcases.
Yeah. Kobold is like a magical ability where it can move them out of the way. An
Or it's just
orchard.
incredibly buff, but doesn't look it.
No, he has to have some way of moving it without having to get up.
He's just got like a piece of string tied to the top of the bookshelf.
The sheep's trained to open and
Attached
close
to
it.
each of his ribs. Okay. 1 to 2 is loot. 3 to 4 is trap. 5 to 6 is trap loot.
I like the idea of an
It's
orchard.
6. It's trap loot. Potion is kind of vague. Like if it was an orchard, magic fruit could be a potion.
Yeah, but if it even went for like gold or jewels, it could be golden apples or like apples made of like jewel and stuff like that.
I mean, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, it can also be weaponry.
I like the idea of like a tree, and then when like the players try and get something from the tree, it attacks them.
Yeah,
Like a Whomping Willow situation. Ego Punk thinks that it should have different fruits of different colors. Some of them being good, some of them being bad. So like gold is healing, red is poison because of Snow White, and green apples are discord and confusion.
That's cool. I like that.
The players would only be able to work it out for trial and error.
I mean, we could have hints in the Alchemist Law book, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could be what the alchemy was trying to do, trying to figure out how the apples work.
We are building rich lore here. On the fly, which is how I usually do my DM.
Were there like trees in Wizard of Oz that attacked?
That threw their apples, yeah.
Yeah. I remember
I
that.
don't want any of your apples with worms in them. Triangle, of course. M&M tree. Oh. Oh.
Ooh, we got a new follower.
We do?
Yes, or kitchen.
Ding.
Ding. Oh wait, we got 2.
Hello to our new
Why weren't you
Ego
already
Punk
following
and Sir
us?
Kitchen. Thank you for the follows, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
Not why weren't you already following us?
Sorry.
Just shame people into following us. So our options again, for those who missed them, is a password, a symbols puzzle, a lever puzzle, a perilous crossing, a maze, or a hidden key. With a vote for a hidden key.
Well, that could be cool because you'd be able to find it elsewhere in the dungeon. Although it would be a little crappy if you completed a riddle and you just got into a room that you can't do anything in because you've not got the key. Also, the asymmetry of this is really getting at me.
Nah, it's cool. It can be like
It's the fact that this doesn't
thematic.
line up. Like,
It's fine. That's how the dungeon masters intended it. So yeah, we've got 2 votes for hidden key. So what should we fill this room with in order to hide a key? And there has to be at least one door coming off of it then, right? If there's a
also,
hidden
like the
key.
hidden keys in this room.
Yeah. It's like what was that game show from the oh god, you're probably too young. Uh uh old people in the chat. What was that kids game show where they just went into a room and just had to wreck a room? It wasn't Crystal Maze, it was for kids.
I immediately thought of Crystal Maze.
It was like there was a house and like the front's cut off and they had to go through rooms and just find stuff, but they just wrecked the rooms. It was brilliant. Oh, you got some nests. Yeah, throw some nests in there.
What? Put the key in a nest.
Yeah.
We could have a tree in this room and like the keys in one
Angry
of the
birds
nests.
and yeah. Let's have some scary mama birds. Do we have
I
mama
love
birds
how
in
the
the
first thing that shows up for tree is just a leak.
It's kind of like a tree.
It's a small tree. Makes perfect sense.
I'm going to use the trees without the leaves so you can see them a bit better. No.
Oh, so there is a stat block for swarm of ravens. But I was thinking more like a jungle bird.
A parrot.
Like birds of paradise or parrots, yeah.
Oh. I can't believe I just called them parrots rather than macaws. I feel so dirty.
I mean, macaw is a specific type of parrot. And they are funny.
Mm.
I mean, you can change the colors, right?
Not on these ones, only certain ones. But
Oh,
I can always, yeah, if I stick to the white ones, I can change them later probably. But it's mostly just so that you have the idea of
mm-hmm.
all the ones that are like bright purple at the moment are ones that I can change the color of.
That's a horse of a different color.
Nay.
Why are we going to the Wizard of Oz so much today? I don't know. Like, this dungeon is so far from the Wizard of Oz that
Trees! I might make this room a bit smaller in post because I don't think you need all this space for.
yeah, go for it. Just bring that nose in.
Mike.
Looking for Mr. Onid. First name Mike. Hey guys, do I have a Mike Onid?
Oh,
Has anyone seen a Mike Onid?
the joke. I got it.
So, it is a small, irregular room.
How irregular are we talking?
Like that Tetris piece that you don't want to get.
Well, the best Tetris piece is the
No,
long
the
one,
worst
obviously.
Tetris.
And anybody who disagrees with me doesn't play Tetris.
I actually like the T piece. That's my favorite piece. I think it's got a lot of uses.
I think the one I don't like is the L piece.
Oh, you don't like the L's?
I can't actually remember. It's been a wee while.
What about the zigzags? Those are the worst ones. Like
The
beyond a
prob-
doubt.
The thing about the zigzags is they can come in handy, but you always have to use a bit of extra brain power to remember which one is
Yep.
which.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
maybe the square. Maybe the square's the worst one. It's just a lump that takes up all the room.
I have opinions about Tetris, but I haven't played in so long I can't remember what they are. But dude, how big did we say the room was?
Small. This is basically just a little corridor. I think there should be doors coming off of it. So I'm going to roll a d6, see how many doors come off of it. 4. Well, this is one that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we fit the other 4?
The other 3.
3.
There we go. This is definitely
The
irregular.
puzzle of this room is just the complexity of this one particular.
And the final one, 4, is a portal.
A portal.
A portal.
I could put a portal here so that it's or here. If we put it there, it will give us a bit more room.
Room contents is a d7. I don't have one of those, so I'll just roll the d8 and ignore 8s. 1. It is a monster room.
Which room is this?
The top left of this little area.
So this is a monster room.
I'll find out what shape it is. So we can't really roll on
It has to be small.
5. It has to be a small octagon.
Hmm.
Just whatever you can fit in there is a small octagon. 3, 4, 5.
Actually, that's the point. Nobody ever established that the octagons had to be exact. Oh,
Yeah, they don't have to be
it just
equilateral
determines the
octagons.
amount of walls.
Mm-hmm.
That would have made things easier, actually. Now, if that had occurred to me sooner.
10. A 10 is a humanoid. Okay. What sort of humanoid? What are we thinking, Stefan, for a humanoid?
Mm,
Have like a 1T or a darkling? Orcs?
Yeah, I could have
So
all.
many. Orcs are a little generic. I don't know if they're jungly.
Mm, yeah. See that? Yanti would fit quite well in a jungle.
Mhm.
You nerds using brain power.
I don't use brain power. I have a series of electrical wires in my brain, and I think they're powered by sugar. Oh, I've had a donut sitting here the entire time that I've not eaten. What a
So do
Githyanki.
I. I've got a toffee twist from Lidl.
Githyanki? They're kind of weird.
Mm,
Gnolls. Oh, I like gnolls.
No.
wait, gnolls are humanoid?
Yeah, of course they are.
Would gnolls
What
are
would you
not?
put them
Yeah,
as?
gnolls are the hyena ones. It wouldn't make sense in a jungle.
Okay.
No, like I'd be
Sorry.
completely down to have gnolls, but just because they are so closely tied to young, I'm just in my mind they're fiends.
You sounded so disappointed there.
Yeah, I think purely to brighten Ross's day, we should have gnolls.
No, they don't fit in a jungle.
Gnolls invade to
Hyenas
eat
are
everything.
savanna animals.
Yeah, but gnolls will just
Yeah.
look like hyenas.
What are lions?
Savannah
Are
animals.
they savanna animals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they are king of the jungle.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense because they don't live in the jungle, and that annoys me. Like tigers live
Uh,
in the jungle. And like leopards and whatnot.
what about a jackal were?
I mean,
What
I
about a
am
were
actually,
tiger?
I am down for having gnolls. I always stand gnoll rep, but
Mm-hmm.
it
Gnolls are
doesn't.
great fun.
Or lizard folk? They're jungly.
Oh yeah, lizard folk are like. Um, I put a vote down for lizard folk or gnolls, because for someone who is
Why not
not
both?
scared of hyenas but mildly haunted by them,
Oh, what about a cute knoll hyena couple? A knoll lizard folk couple who live in this room.
Seems
Really? Yeah, medium circle, and its content should be a puzzle. Okay. The puzzle type should be symbols. Ooh. Let's roll on the next room, shall we?
Are we not putting a puzzle in here?
Yes, it is a symbols puzzle,
Ooh.
and I will let you figure that out.
Well, I've certainly got symbols. I don't know how I would make a puzzle out of it, but
That's for the DM to decide. We're just map makers. You have to assess what your group's capabilities are, not us. So it is going to be a large square boss room.
I can imagine the summoning
Oh,
circles are
this is the
something to do with
portal as
like the
well, isn't it?
illusions. Yeah.
So maybe this puzzle room puts the portal to the right place. So yeah, we want like monster traps and we want the whole package in here, right? Monsters,
Yeah.
traps, and loot.
I'm gonna
Aztec
move this because I want to make it
gold.
bigger.
I'm sure I saw like Aztec idols before under the treasure.
That would make sense
Yeah.
with it being a jungle.
Ooh. Nice rhombus. What kind of monster? What kind of boss monster are we having here?
Well, we've been doing some stuff with illusions. Uh,
Is there
in
like
general.
a is there like a creature that specializes in making lots of illusions to fight with it?
Illusions. I guess wizards in general, but what about a genie of some kind?
Yeah.
Gee.
It's not very dungeon-y. Well, maybe it depends
Well,
on
it
the
could
type
be.
of genie, I guess.
I like if it's like a free wouldn't fit particularly well, but
I swear, like I recall at one point encountered. I don't know if I either read it or encountered it in a game or something, but like uses illusions to distract its foes, like make multiple versions of it or something like that. That seems like a very typical evil.
the Jinai, the air genie, um, has like major image and invisibility and gaseous form in its available spells. So it could be good for kind of
What sort of level is this dungeon, would you say? Okay, so your Ginny, your air elemental genie,
yeah, it's a CR
is
11.
oh, you knew that off the top of your head. Okay, right,
No, I'm
cool.
looking at the stat block.
You could have totally claimed that, and I've been like, oh, okay, he knows stuff. Yeah, he's got like disguises and wishes. Yeah, seems like
And
perfect.
is also able to fly, which would open the way for more pit traps in this boss chamber.
Yeah, I think we found our boss monster. Didn't roll anything, but
I think that with the boss monster, if you've got something of a theme for the dungeon, it makes sense for the boss to fit it.
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, we've been slowly setting the theme throughout the dungeon.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the goal is to have a cohesive dungeon rather than sticking
Yeah,
strictly to like when I
random.
did the random like NPCs last week. Like not all of it was random. We just sort of went off what sounded fun. Oh, I was gonna grab these.
I did enjoy that stream.
It was a good stream.
Alright, let's see.
We could put some mushrooms in here, right?
Yeah.
Because like the gas spore mushroom types of things.
Yeah, that could be good.
Oh yeah, and if like they defeat the mushroom.
Like air elementals just using its powers to blow hallucinogenic spores all over the place.
Yeah, like a tornado of what is it? Death burst spores.
Yeah.
Oh, they float around as well. The gas spore mushrooms.
Yeah,
Because they
they're the
have
ones that look like beholders.
yeah, an eerie resemblance to a beholder. It's like a party. There's lots of mushroom balloons.
Like my
Okay,
evil
so we're coming
characters.
to.
Oh, sorry. You go.
I was gonna say we're coming to the end of the stream. Should we do a run through of the dungeon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or do you want to tell us about your evil character?
No, it's Vegas again. I don't need to keep talking.
Oh, it's just Vegas again.
I said that 90% of the time I'm talking about Vegas when I'm talking about a character. Uh,
Okay, so our players come down the well. They're in the room with the 4 statues, each of them having a cryptic clue about what's behind them. If they go through the top door, then there is a very shiny looking gem that looks important. a bunch of illusion. What did we say the illusions were?
I don't think we made a decision. I was kind of leaning towards like archers or something like that, something that would kind of provoke players to move.
Yeah, so maybe some illusionary skeleton archers.
Yeah, something like that.
They try and move around the room, fall in pit traps, which will be concealed.
Hmm.
And maybe the MacGuffin is important later on.
Who
Further
knows?
down, we have a mimic door, which is guarding an alchemy supply room with a little note about a magical tree with uh, different fruits and what they do, which is important if they make it to that room. Opposite that is another mimic door.
And Mike!
Here, if you get past the mimic door, Mike will be very angry that you disturbed his reading, and he will come and mushroom punch you.
His reading.
Yeah, he has a book. He... I did not
It's
notice that
mushroom
detail.
porn.
Brilliant.
You've got to see the centerfold. It's chanterelle.
Okay, I want to make a character now that's like.
A mushroom stripper called
Yes.
chanterelle.
Yeah.
Maybe your
The
next art stream,
ultimate
you can make that NPC.
ultimate twist is like mushroom stripper named Chanterelle, but in terms of like design wise, is one of the like mushroom folk from Dark Souls.
Oh no, she's literally just a mushroom.
Moving away from
That
less mushrooms, through a portcullis at the bottom is a half-mad Riddler,
Ah.
our kobold, who has a trained sheep, who will ask a riddle, and depending on that answer, he will open up a secret passage behind one of his bookshelves. Left one leading to a heptagonal room with a tree with lots of different fruits. The branches will try and whack your hands away if you try and steal them. The fruits are either healing fruits or confusing fruits or poison fruits,
I'm sure
depending on the
the
color.
DM can make lots of like magical abilities for each of the fruits.
Yeah. DM discretion. But some of them are good, some of them bad.
yeah.
The other way, we have a triangular room where there is a hidden key in a bird's nest. And the more nests you disturb, the more birds start to attack you. Definitely a key,
Yeah.
not a pair of pliers.
Yeah, I'll need to move this room so it's a bit more appropriately sized.
Yeah. We'll fix it in post. The key opens this door to an irregular shaped room with 3 exits. The first being a small octagonal room where a lizard folk and gnoll couple are angry that you've disturbed their alone time. I think maybe it's like the first time they've got a babysitter, and this is their date.
Oh. Then you feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm. But they will attack you because they are pissed.
I mean, yeah.
And how that combat resolves is up to the players and the DM. The circular room is a symbol puzzle, which I'm not gonna make. You're
I
the DM.
imagine
You make the symbol puzzle.
the crystal from this room could maybe help out in some way.
like have clues onto how to do it. Yeah.
Mm.
And that opens the portal to the boss room.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually, yeah. That could be what opens the portal. I hadn't thought of that.
Boss room, where the boss is a genie, an air elemental genie, who has lots of treasure and a bunch of death spore mushrooms that he can blow around to really mess with the players. And that's it. That's the whole dungeon.
Hmm.
I think that is a decent, maybe level 6 to 8 dungeon.
If you send me, if you've been taking notes, if you send me the notes, that way when I finish the dungeon, I can add in the notes and just sort of point to things. Although I'm
I
sure,
might just clip that whole section where we just described everything.
yeah. Well, I don't think you can clip that much. I think you can only clip a minute or so.
Oh no, not clip. Highlight. I
Oh.
was doing a load of editing for your art streams.
Oh.
You can do ages, yeah. It's up on the YouTube channel now in sections.
Well, I saw the.
But that is. Go on.
No, I saw the stream was cut up into like 8 sections. I don't know. You continue, because I'm dying a little, so I think I'm gonna be quiet before I.
Yeah. It is bang on 10 o'clock, so I think we should end the stream there.
Oh,
But
that's
I
fun.
like the little dungeon that we put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool dungeon.
It's
Cool dungeon.
very organic the way that it's sort of come out. Like
Yeah. Probably a lot nicer than some of the
you,
dungeons made from. I'll need to keep a hold of
it kind of feels like
your dungeon generator. Try it myself.
yeah. It kind of feels like it was built room by room, right? Like it was dug out and
Yeah.
I like how it's like you can go through and there's like some little extra areas that you can go into and like unlock things.
Mhm.
And if you go into them, it will help later on, but you don't have to go into them, sort of thing.
Yeah. Like exploration is rewarded.
Mm.
Like theoretically, you could just go into the riddle room, into the triangular room, do the symbols, and then get to the boss. But it will be harder. Well, I don't think there's many people watching at this point, but I would say goodnight to anyone that still is.
And to anybody
And if
who
you're watching
isn't,
on YouTube,
good whatever time of day it is. Yeah.
so hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, ring that bell.
Ring that bell to join the notification squad, and we will see you in the next video. I feel like
You can keep that
See you
up.
next
Could you? See you next time.
I could keep that up if I knew
Bye.
what I was talking about.